From the beginning of time, man has always had a pursuit of the best quality of life possible. That quality of life is not possible without resources. The form of resources we have accumulated has changed over time from cowrie shells, state-controlled money, precious metals, real estate, and stocks and bonds. Over the past 100 years, the world has been dominated by the US dollar and its reserves. But everything that has a beginning also has an end. A new financial revolution is upon us with the emergence of a digital economy. The way we earn, spend, and accumulate resources is fundamentally changing. A new asset has appeared that the wealthy have overlooked. Bitcoin has become the best performing asset of the past decade by far. With only 21 million ever in existence, there are more millionaires and billionaires in the world today than there are Bitcoin. Just by holding 0.25 Bitcoin today will put you in the top 1% asset holders in the world in the next 5 to 10 years. If you would have invested $100,000 in Bitcoin in 2013, today it will be worth more than $15 million. Bitcoin billionaire Raoul Pal says, Bitcoin's performance is so dominant and so all-encompassing that it is going to suck in every single asset narrative dry and spit it out. Never before in my career have I seen a trade so dominant that holding any other assets makes almost no sense. This is not an industry you can afford to ignore. If you want to remain in business, then you must adapt. Are you offering services in Bitcoin? Are you accepting payments with digital currencies? Have you adopted blockchain technology? Blockbuster Video at one point was the most dominant video service in the world. They had the opportunity to be part of Netflix, but they ignored the changing technology. Where is Blockbuster today? Where will you be tomorrow?
Ever pondered the possibility of earning while maintaining a fit and active lifestyle? Introducing GetFit Mining, the first and only move to earn DApp that's entirely decentralized, creating a self-sustaining ecosystem from the moment you mint your miners. An unmatched journey with GetFit Mining. Craft, evolve and merge your miners to reach the pinnacle, the almighty Omega. Every step with GetFit Mining is a step towards greatness. Dock, stake and shine. Your miners are more than just tools, they're your passport to the crypto stratosphere. Your fitness fire. Submit your proof of physical activity, claim your hard-earned rewards, and immerse yourself in challenges that push you further. Lease, compete, and conquer. From battling in arenas to securing your spot in the Hall of Fame, every action boosts the value of your tokens. Stake your ground with GFAM and GetFit tokens. Our dynamic platform offers endless opportunities to maximize your earnings. GetFit Mining isn't just a platform, it's a revolution. Are you ready to see your tokens soar? Join us, and together we'll push the limits. Begin your GetFit Mining journey by minting your very own digital miners. This first step takes you into a world where fitness and cryptocurrency intersect. The crafting of your miners customizes them with unique attributes that enhance their mining capabilities. But the journey doesn't end there. Activate the power of movement with GetFit Mining's unique docking feature. By staking your miners in the dock, they mine tokens round the clock, 24/7. The more you move, the more you mine. At the core of GetFit Mining's innovative platform lies the physical activity mechanism. By submitting your physical activity, you're not just logging your fitness activities, you're generating a unique hash that records your movements onto the blockchain. This crucial step validates your efforts and secures your rightful mining rewards. Immerse yourself in the heart of GetFit Mining's competitive spirit by challenging yourself in the arenas. Every step, every bead of sweat propels you towards legendary status in our Hall of Fame. The true essence of competition meets the relentless pursuit of excellence here. Increase your mining rewards without extra physical effort by leveraging the leasing feature. Miner holds potential, even those not actively staked in the dock. The GetFit Mining universe, dedication to fitness and the ecosystem pays off not just in health benefits but also in tangible rewards. By staking your GFAM and GetFit tokens, you unlock an additional revenue stream, earning 1.39% in USDT rewards for every 100% mining power contributed by the miners you've docked. Being a decentralized platform, GetFit Mining doesn't take custody of users' money. It provides a system where transactions and rewards are automated and managed by smart contracts on the blockchain. Users retain complete control over their wallets and funds. GetFit. Mining is a revolutionary platform, merging fitness and cryptocurrency in a self-sustaining ecosystem. Every step you take, every movement you make, transforms into tangible rewards in the crypto world. So, ready to embark on this journey? The crypto stratosphere awaits.
Excuse me. All right, everybody. Good morning. I love that. Tiffany, first thing up is info, please. We haven't even done anything yet. So good morning, everybody. Welcome to, this is normally my Saturday morning crypto talk. Bitcoin Brandon from Los Angeles, California. Go ahead and type your name in the chat box where you're listening in from. I'm the founder and CEO of Ivy League Crypto Academy, ILCA. I teach crypto education for a living. We have people logging in from all around the world. And as a disclaimer, I am not a licensed financial advisor to be giving financial advice. I share information for entertainment, educational, and training purposes only, and it is up to you to make your own informed, intelligent decision on which direction you want to move into. So I'm going to recognize some of you guys that got up on this Saturday morning to be here with us today. I see you, Joyce Easley from South Carolina, Miss Marnita Casa from Colorado, Daryl Weston from Texas, William Walker also from Texas, Jack from the state of Delaware, Rita, good morning, Rita. See, Patty Geis from San Diego, Melanie Davis from Chicago, Jamal and Krishna from Pasadena, my backyard, Sue and Rick Williams from Utah, Dorothy Mays from Florida, Keith Birch, Burlington, North Carolina. I see you, Mike Nowalski from New Jersey, Joy Daly King from Indiana, Kristen from California, Martha Cameron from Mexico. Good morning. See, Judy from Toronto, Canada. Tarmo from Estonia. Good morning. Mr. Albert from Connecticut. See, we also have Prosper, CJ from Fort Lauderdale. Jacqueline, I know that's Jacqueline from the ATL. My man, Kenny Taylor from Los Angeles. Gary from SoCal as well. Zachary, good morning. Rita from San Diego. Tammy from Tampa, Florida. Prelvis Lofties from Corpus Christi, Texas. Yashika from Georgia. Carla, representing St. Louis, Missouri. All right. See, Tammy Laney. Carol from Guyana. Welcome, Carol. See, Mr. Herschel Crow, give me that, from Texas. Mr. Peter Blackwell down in Orlando, Florida. JJ Brazil from Auburn, Alabama, the loveliest village on the plains. All right. And from Rochester, New York. Tiffany's already asking for info. Just sit tight, Tiffany. Crystal Nance, I see you. Crypto Canuck. Bill from Alberta, Canada. See, Gary from Santa Monica, California. There's a Facebook user from Washington. By the way, we are streaming on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter at the same time as those of you that's on the StreamYard link with us right now. Linda Wright from Virginia. St. Petersburg, Florida. I'm going to assume that's Jacqueline from St. Petersburg, Florida. Ermil from Estonia. Francisco Lewis from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. George Lack, South Carolina. Nathan from Vegas. Don from North Carolina. You guys coming out to represent. Josh Monk from Northeast Georgia. Matthew Ramos. Matthew is our up-and-coming superstar in the ILCA community. In fact, he's going to be my special guest tomorrow night talking about how he's been using GetFit. So stick around to hear more about that. We've got Facebook user, I see you, Derek Alexander from Dominica, Demetrius Turner, Eldridge from Medellin, Colombia. Hey, I know you were just visiting LA maybe a few weeks ago. Think of some family member's birthday. So glad to see you back. Elton from Massachusetts, Crystal Nance from Memphis, Tennessee, Teresa Carlson from Washington, Christina Del Toro from Texas, Becca from Norway. Welcome, welcome. And there's Peter. There's Gina Muhammad from Philadelphia. We've got Stan from North Carolina, Tomka from Memphis, Doreen from Anguilla, Wild Bill St. Charles, Sergey, my man from Russia. I know I still owe you that basketball game from, where were we, Jamaica? On the cruise. Michael Pendleton from Maryland, Jose from Dallas, Texas. All right, everybody's coming in. Let's go ahead and get this thing started. Oh, I see my panelists on here letting me know where they're from. Janae from Virginia Beach and Kathleen from Indiana. So welcome, 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 everybody. Now, this is normally we do a crypto talk on Saturday morning, but every now and then toward our community, we introduce you guys to what we love to see as upcoming projects in the Bitcoin blockchain space to introduce to the community that we might be excited about. And it was about a month ago, I made the announcement that I've created my ILCA elite group. You know, I've got my educational community, but now people that after they get educated, they want to make money, or they say, I don't want education, I just want to make money. Well, I got to tell you, there's no way around getting educated. Education is key. Education is everything. But I also know that the best business model is giving the customer what they want, not what you think they need. And what you want is the ability to make money, and not just make money. In the crypto space, you want the ability to make money in a safe, secure environment with at least minimal amount of risk possible. There is no such thing as no risk. So get that out of your head. People want to get rich quick money overnight with no possibility of ever losing. That's not business in general. There's no such thing as that. But with your education, you can make sure that you position yourself in opportunities where you can maximize your profits and minimize your risks. And what our ILCA Elite group is doing is presenting opportunities for you guys that allows you the ability to earn passive income without having to recruit. People love that concept. Passive income, because you are making income on the actual product itself. I've been in direct sales for 25 years. And you know what I realize in 90% of the companies out there that have a product that they're pushing out there is that if it wasn't for the network marketing arm, nobody would be using the product. And when you ask those companies who's their number one consumer, it's the reps. And the only way they're making money is by recruiting. But if you just sold the product, you'd be hard pressed to find anybody able to make any type of legitimate or reasonable income based on the sale of the product alone. So what we're doing here in the crypto space on this side is we want to introduce opportunities where you actually can earn from the product. So this is our third interview in this series. We showed you guys the DFY interview. We showed you the insights trading interview. And I've been teasing this since the beginning of the month, a little bit last month, that on this date, I was going to be interviewing a team behind a project that I feel is for everybody. It doesn't matter who you are, doesn't matter your background, doesn't matter what your experience level is, it doesn't matter how much success you've had. Your success is really going to be based on your physical activity, which is something that we all should be doing anyway in this sedentary environment that we live in today, especially myself. I work from home and I've got to remind myself, I got to get up and I got to move around. But how about monetizing that? So before I bring into that, I want to introduce you guys to the person and the team behind GetFit Mining. Now, we actually released this information sooner than I actually wanted to. I wanted to have the big reveal this weekend, but our leaders were like, no, Brandon, you guys have negotiated a special deal for the community. We need to get it out to them right now at 90% off. We got to start talking about it now. So many of you might already be familiar, but a lot of you are looky-loos. You saw a post on Facebook. You're curious about what this is about. One thing that we share was the possibility of being able to earn $500 to $1,500 a month on just your activity without having to recruit. And you're like, how is that possible? How do you do that? Well, I want to bring up this team. And before I bring them up, let me let you know who the founder is. Her name is Miss Lynette Arden. Now, she's the pioneering mind behind GetFit Mining. She's a distinguished figure in the intersection of physical fitness and the burgeoning world of cryptocurrency. Her journey into the crypto realm commenced in 2009, which is way before I did, when she made her inaugural Bitcoin purchase. My first Bitcoin purchase was in 2006. 2016, marking the beginning of an extensive self-taught exploration into the complexities of the cryptocurrency landscape. This deep dive into digital currencies ignited Lynette's passion for the potential they held, not just as financial instruments, but as catalysts for innovation in various domains. With a keen insight into the untapped synergy between maintaining physical health and earning digital currency, Lynette envisioned GetFit Mining as a groundbreaking platform. This platform empowers individuals to transform their physical activities into tangible rewards, marrying the benefits of staying active with the financial upside of cryptocurrency mining. Her early and profound engagement with cryptocurrency has endowed Lynette with a unique perspective on digital finance, enabling her to lead GetFit Mining with an ethos of accessibility, security, and user empowerment. Under her guidance, the platform not only incentivizes fitness through crypto rewards, but also serves as an entry point for many into the crypto economy, demystifying digital assets while promoting a healthy lifestyle. Lynette's leadership is characterized by her innovative approach, dedication to community well-being, and a vision that extends beyond mere transactions to foster a global movement. And that is what I've been doing with ILCA Elite. This is not just about opportunities. This is a movement that we're creating here of people who are sick and tired of getting screwed over and scammed and hopes and dreams dashed and losing their savings. We want to create an environment of a community of a safe, where there's no such thing as a stupid question, with opportunities that allows you to actually make money on the product. Through GetFit Mining, she aspires to inspire a harmonious balance between health and wellness, allocating for a future where everyone, like I said, everyone has the opportunity to thrive physically and financially. So saying all that, I want to bring up Lynette and her team to the panelists. And if you guys can turn your cameras on, that would be absolutely phenomenal. I see you like Clayton. Now we're missing here Janae. Janae, I can't bring you up because it's saying devices are not connected. So for some reason your connection's not connecting there, so I can't bring Janae up. But saying all that, Lynette, good morning. Welcome to our community this morning. How are you doing today?
I'm doing very well, thank you. How are you doing?
Fantastic, fantastic. Well, thank you for being here. And I just introduced you. And if you like, please go ahead and introduce us to the members you have that you brought with you here on today as well.
All right, let me make my screen exit full screen here so I can see the panel. So we've lost a couple of them, I think. Waleed was on here, and so is
Well, here's
Janae.
Waleed's here.
Oh, there's
back.
Waleed. Hey, Waleed, how you doing? So Waleed is our lead developer. He is the he's with the Anachi Concept Development Group. That's actually his company. He and I have worked together, I would say, since probably 2013 or 2014. And you know, if you know who I am, I'm not the easiest person to always work with. So Waleed is a very special person because he can tolerate me on levels that most people cannot. So that's a good thing. But, you know, Waleed understood what my vision was with GetFit Mining, and he put together the team that could make it happen and make it happen exactly the way that it is supposed to be when you're building something on the blockchain or in the crypto space. So Waleed is probably the key person, the most important person of this entire application, because without him and the team of developers, this would have never come into fruition for the world to be able to use. And it is a revolutionary DApp in this marketplace. There's absolutely nobody who has created what we have, and so we're very proud of it. And then we have Kathleen, we have Clayton, Janae, Mike. I mean, there's so many people that I could introduce to you, but right now, I guess Janae is on her phone, so we may not be able to actually interact with her. But Kathleen is actually, she's my sister. A lot of people confuse us because we sound exactly alike, and they often think that I'm playing two people, but I'm really not. There's two of us. She's like the twin. She's like my twin I never had. And then Clayton, he is very instrumental also with the project as far as walking people through the system, helping them to get set up, teaching them some of the basics about crypto, but also instrumental in researching projects and bringing projects into GetFit. Due to our airdrop feature, we have that project collaboration piece. And so he is one of the people that have introduced us to the USR token as well, that people are mining. And I mean, we've got many people that are on our team, but we'll just talk about the ones who are here right now. And they're very important to every piece of GetFit mining and making sure that it runs smoothly, especially with new people onboarding and just learning crypto. Amazingly, we are honestly bringing in people that have never thought that they would get involved in crypto whatsoever. So I absolutely love that, because crypto is an extremely powerful landscape, and everybody should at least dabble in it and learn a little bit about it, because it is definitely freedom and the future.
Well, let's get back before we get into GetFit mining to your background. What led you getting into the crypto space to begin with?
Honestly, it was just a fluke. I had a friend that had told me years ago to invest $100 in Google, and my exact words were, "What the hell is a Google?" And I didn't do it. And then, of course, Facebook come along, and I was told you should invest $100 in Facebook and Yahoo, and I never did. So when that same person called me and said, "Go spend $100 on Bitcoin, don't even ask me what it is, because you'll never touch it. Just go do it." And so I did. And that was in 2009. And of course, it was very new back then. I knew very little about it. Didn't understand, the importance of saving that private key, making sure that I was never going to lose those assets. And so I have a wallet swimming around in a crashed hard drive now that holds 12,000 Bitcoin that I was able to purchase at less than a penny. But lesson learned, but it also really piqued my interest as I watched what that crypto space was doing. And so I was able to get in on the ground floor of Ethereum and, work my way up from there. And, because crypto is new, it's not like you could go to college and get an education on it. You had to learn through trial and error, and so lots of losses and, mistakes. But it's really what brought me to that level of understanding that I have of it now. All of those years, I was able to almost form this picture of it in my head of how it is supposed to work. And a light bulb just went on. And I'm like, oh my God, if everybody understood the power of crypto, you would never touch a dollar bill or a bank again. You know what I mean? But it's been a very long road, but it's been so amazing and life-changing, and something that I would do over and over and over again, even losing 12,000 Bitcoin just to get to where I am today.
Now that in itself is a story. The losing
Mhm.
12,000. One thing I tell people is that in this space, you're going to lose one way or another. I don't know how much, I don't know when, I don't know where, but that there's nobody in the crypto space that has not lost. But your education will allow you to make more than you might have lost, or even keep moving forward. Like you were self-taught. I when I came into this space, there was nobody to teach me about crypto, but I knew people were making money. And they didn't know about crypto. They just said, "Oh, Bitcoin just keeps going up," and that's why I developed the ILCA to teach people what this is, how it works, how to move around in it, and why it's so important. So you don't get jaded the first time you're out and you lose your money because of trial and error. You feel, I don't want to do anything with this moving forward. But this is something I realize that blockchain technology is going to disrupt every single industry on the planet. And now it is getting into the health and wellness field with getting fit. So, Lynette, do you have a background in fitness? What made you say I'm gonna merge fitness and crypto together? How did that come to be?
It's not so much that I had a background in fitness, is that, for 25 years before I retired, I was in the pet industry. And, I had full-line pet supply store, grooming salons, boarding, kenneling, and I was very fit. In fact, if I had on, if I went to a wedding and had on, you know, a, a gown or something, I looked stronger than most men that were at the wedding. That's how physically fit I was. And when I stopped, working in that field, even though I was fit at that time, gravity takes place. And so it doesn't matter if you are overweight or you're not overweight. When you start to lose that muscle tone, everything becomes saggy, flabby, wiggly skin. And it was the most horrible thing ever. So I'm like really paying attention to what I'm eating now and, how many steps I'm taking and lifting and doing things even in my own home. I've never been somebody that went to a gym. And being in the crypto space, the NFT, that is just a space that has always boggled my mind. Like, how could people spend that crazy money on a JPEG image that, to me, it made no logical sense when really there can be technology behind those non-fungible tokens that actually work. And so I wanted to use fitness because I understood through my own physical fitness that as you're getting older, it really does make a huge difference. The less active you are, the more sickly you become, the less energetic you feel, the more down you feel, especially if you live in Michigan like I do, in the gloomy states where the sun doesn't really shine very often. Um, Being physically fit plays a role in your mental health as well. And so I wanted to, knowing that the crypto space is only about 5% of the population using it, I wanted something that everybody needs, and that is to become more physically fit, because in our world of technology, we're all leading more and more of these sedentary lifestyles. Even kids are not getting out and playing like they used to. And so physical fitness, number one, is a major issue, and it's becoming even a global issue. Here in the United States, 70% of people are either overweight or suffer from obesity. And a lot of it is not because they're sitting around doing nothing, but it's because of the types of foods we're eating, what they're putting in those foods. Bodies can't digest it or burn it away like you could if they were more naturally made, foods. And so by incorporating physical fitness into the crypto space, cleaning up the NFT space, combining them all together, making it 100% decentralized the way the Bitcoin vision was intended, not the way it's become used as a centralized slash decentralized mix, which is not crypto. Putting this all together, you've got one very powerful platform, and it's open to the entire globe. There's not a single person that's left out of it, because every single person needs what GetFit has.
Now you're doing something very unique because there are on the market right now other platforms like StepN and Sweatcoin that are health apps, and in fact, every single smartphone today, whether it's Apple or Android, have built-in health tracking systems so people can monitor their heart rate, their stress level, their sleep patterns, their steps, their calories, and all that good stuff. And what you figured out how to do is how to monetize that information and that activity. So tell us about that merger. How it's not just an app where it's counting your steps, because there are people that some may be immobile, they don't have the ability to walk 5,000 or 10,000 steps, but it's actually tracking your movements inside of your home, things that you're doing. Tell us about that.
Right. Well, so with GetFit, we use what's called proof of physical activity. You can take Step In, for example. They use GPS tracking. You have to step outside. You've got buildings and different things that interfere with that connection, so you're not getting an accurate count. Sweatcoin, yes, they use the steps as well. But with GetFit, it's everything. We use all of your physical activity. It doesn't matter if you're at the gym. It doesn't matter if you are, mowing your yard outside, if you're putting up a new roof. I mean, if you are moving, that's physical activity. And I think a lot of people lose sight that physical activity is exercise. And so what GetFit wanted to do was not put, barriers on you that would require you to be outside or to go to the gym, but to increase your physical activity. And by challenging yourself by using our app, you are naturally motivated to begin to continue to increase your activity. And, when we were going through our beta stage, we've got many people that can tell you they've lost 100 pounds, 75 pounds, 50 pounds, and they're not dieting. They're not doing the gym or, anything crazy. They're just increasing their physical activity. GetFit has, motivated them to pay attention to it and to increase that physical movement that they need to. We even include your sleep. Sleep is very important, to your health. And so you got Step In and Sweatcoin and these other apps. They don't include your calories that you've burned. They're not including your sleep. They're not including the combination of your steps and your distance and your workouts. It's very limited as to what you can do. And also they're not decentralized. And, they can say they're decentralized because they may be on a DEX or, maybe a portion of what they do is crypto related. But to truly say you're a decentralized project, the project in and of itself, the community, you're not relying on any person, any entity, any company, any group to manage or facilitate your ability to earn instantly. Everything with GetFit Mining is operated and managed with smart contracts. Everything is done instantly. Everything is done in real time. There is zero centralization to our project. And if you're involved in a project that even has this much centralization, they are not decentralized. I don't care what they say. There's no gray area. You are centralized or you are decentralized. There's no middle. You know what I'm saying? They are completely opposites. You cannot mix the two. And so we are 100% decentralized. We have a completely self-sustaining ecosystem. Neither of those do. First of all, Sweatcoin, I don't even believe that they're on. I don't believe they have a token that's on the exchange. I think they're preparing to do that. But at this point in time, they're not really even considered a crypto project yet until they, I do believe they've started to, I think there's the Sweatcoin. And if they did, they're just starting to work into that arena, which is fine. Their marketing has been a different approach, but they will be in the crypto space. But again, they're not going to be a decentralized project. None of the current move to earn apps have a self-sustaining ecosystem. When you build your project right, that is the biggest thing that a person should be looking for in any project. Is it self-sustaining? Are they asking you to be the liquidity providers? Are they asking you to purchase tokens pre-sale? They're asking you to purchase those tokens pre-sale because they don't have the money to develop their project. But when you give them that money up front, you don't have any guarantee that they're going to develop that project. So we developed our project first. And,
hold on 1 second. You said a couple of things there. I want to hit on. One, you said earlier, a term that everybody should be familiar with or get familiar with is proof of physical activity. And then you just said move to earn. Now, my passion is in teaching. So I always tell people, earn while you learn, but now move to earn. That is a powerful concept to share. And with the community that you've created a smart contract. And for those, and I always pretend I got to explain things in a way that my mom can understand. I have to think that 90% of the people listening have no idea what Bitcoin or blockchain is to know what these terms are or how powerful that is. But what you're saying is you've created a smart contract that's programmed to record everybody's physical activity and reward them for that activity without you having to do any type of other involvement. It's a program. Can you talk about that a little bit, how that works and how that's being tracked?
Yes. So, obviously you have to use, right now anyway, we're using Google Fit and Apple Health to receive that data. And what we're receiving is your steps, your distance, your workouts, calories burned, and the hours that you sleep, those 5 categories. And so when you give permission from your smartphone or your fitness tracker, um, to send that data over to GetFit, it's calculating what you're doing for 24 hours. And then you're going to submit that physical activity that you've done for that 24 hours. And the smart contract is going to create a unique hash that is recorded to the blockchain. When that is recorded to the blockchain, it's there forever. It never changes. It can't be, changed. It can't be adjusted. It is your proof of physical activity, and that validates the tokens that you've been rewarded for that day's distribution. And so your physical activity is literally your proof when it's transacted to that smart chain, that blockchain, that you have actually provided that physical activity, and these are your tokens forever and forever. And so it is a true decentralized proof of mining. We've coined the term proof of physical activity, POPA. You got proof of stake, proof of work, terms again that people may not be familiar with, but this is a genuine way of mining. And again, yes, no interaction from a human being in our project, in our application. If I walked away from this today, if our lead development walked away from this today, guess what? It's still on the blockchain. It's still running. You don't need us. You just need to move, submit, and claim. It's that simple.
Now let's talk about the claim part, because people want in their head, they got to say, okay, how am I transferring my physical activity to money that I can actually put into my bank account? Now, we don't want to do a whole presentation because I know it's a little detailed, but in layman's terms, basically, when you're submitting, you're actually earning crypto tokens, and then those crypto tokens you're able to then convert. So can you talk about that step just a little bit?
So we like to call it the airdrop, but really what it is it's a project wallet, and it's holding X amount of tokens per day for the project for the next 30 years. And every day there's a specific amount that is distributed to all of the miners based on your physical activity. And so whatever amount of physical activity that you have done for the day is going to be your percentage of those tokens that are distributed on a day-to-day basis. However many of them are in the airdrop, you're going to get that percentage. Now, once you have submitted that proof of physical activity and it's been recorded to the blockchain, the smart contract, the mining contract, okay, it is taking that submission, recording it to the blockchain. But then you've got the airdrop contract that says, okay, I've received this information, and now we're going to distribute these tokens. So now you've got a smart contract that's going to distribute these tokens into your claimed contract that's holding these tokens, so that when you click a button claim, it sends them over to your wallet, and then it's recorded to the blockchain that you have claimed those tokens, at what block you've claimed them. Now they're in your wallet. From there, you can do with them whatever you want to do. You can hold them, you can stake them, you can sell them. You go to the exchange, you can convert them into, BNB or any USDT or USDC, whatever you want to do, and then you could send them over to your centralized exchange, be it Coinbase or whatever, and you can cash them out to your bank. That is money.
That is fantastic. And one thing that everybody, like I like to show, is that the project itself is allowing you to earn. And with this, we're being in pre-launch right now. You have set yourself up where this project is completely self-funded. You're not in debt. You don't owe anybody. You're not doing this to raise the funds. It's already done. It's already completed. It's already built. It's all about now just scaling up in the members. Right. So what is your plan as far as where the token is right now, the value it is, and your idea for it raising up and higher in value, and then meeting some of the goals of our goal is that the average person that is maximizing their activity has the ability to earn up to or have the value from $500 to $1,500 a month based on the value of the token and all those tokenomics. Could you share a little bit about that for everybody?
Absolutely. This is probably my favorite part of the project, because this is something you don't ever see in any other project. Every project should be required, honestly, to have, or you would never touch it. But you always hear, and especially when you're talking about regulations and things, the SEC or whoever it is in your country, but security, is it a utility token or is it a security token? And a utility token has a use. And if it has a use, then there's value. And in that, in and of itself, right there, should be enough to drive the value of your token up in value. And so the way our system works is that every single thing you do, it is stabilizing that market value. If you're using that token, it's providing value. When you mint that token, it's stabilizing the liquidity. Every single piece, everything you do inside our app is driving the market value of that token up. If you mint, there's tokens that go back into the vault. There's tokens that stay in the liquidity once the commissions are paid, because we do have direct sales and commissions for teams. So there's the plus factor that goes into the liquidity. When you evolve or upgrade your miners to our highest powered miner, 10% of that goes to staking, and the other 90% is going to liquidity. That's a major piece there in of itself. Not only is it doing a market correction on anybody who is selling from their commissions, but it's also giving 3 times the value in that liquidity. When you're docking, a percentage is going to liquidity. When you're submitting, a percentage is going to liquidity. When you're claiming, a percentage is going to liquidity. Every single thing that you do as a community utilizing the system, the tokens, is stabilizing that project, stabilizing that market value. So when we really roll out on May 4th, you'll start to see that liquidity increase. You'll start to see that market value. You'll start to see how peer-to-peer community drives the market value. If there is no peer-to-peer community, there is no market value. But if the peer-to-peer community is there and they're seeing value in that project, there's no stopping it. Why? Because there's no person that's controlling that liquidity. When you ask a community as a whole, let's say we've got 100,000 people using this project, and there is no liquidity provision, right? There's no, from the utility use of the project going into liquidity to stabilize that market value. All you're relying on is community to create that liquidity pair that is injecting it as liquidity. Guess what happens? They're going to pull it. It's just a matter of when. It's not, are they going to pull it? They are going to pull it. When is it going to happen? You don't know. Well, when the community in of itself, using the system, using the project, using the services and the submissions and the claiming and all the things that take place, when that's providing the liquidity, it's there. It's there forever. The community owns it. So May 4th, when you see after the promotions and all of our, lead up to our, grand launch, you'll start to see that whole system really roll in into its full force and how it works. And it's going to be an amazing thing to watch. So that's where we're at right now. We're at that critical stage. We did the beta. We built out the development of the project. Now it's that adoption, explaining what this project is, the power behind it, and really starting to ramp up that peer-to-peer community, because our final phase of our roadmap are challenges, leasing, and the marketplace. And we really need that community for that last phase of our roadmap to be extremely powerful for the use of it. You know what I mean? We got to have that community. So we're at that critical stage of that roadmap, that, explaining the system to people so that on May 4th, when this kicks off, they can see the power behind a truly decentralized project that was built the right way, with smart contracts, with that self-funding ecosystem, the way that the Bitcoin vision truly was. And we are the only project on the planet who has done it this way. Why? Because there's no greed, there's no investors, there's no whales, there's no rug pull. There's nothing here like that. It's a clean project ready to roll.
Well, let me explain this in a little bit layman's terms for a lot of people based on their own experiences and their experiences with projects where a company has a token or a coin that they're coming out and they have to buy packages which comes with the coin. And then it's just speculation. Everybody's hoping that one day that coin, when it launches, is going to go up in value. And what ends up happening is what you just said. The people sell it as soon as they possibly can. It dumps the market. They don't have an outside source that even knows about the project to create that demand for the supply, and then everybody's screaming, when is the price of the value of the token going up? So instead, what you're saying is, based on your peer-to-peer activity, you're doing your staking, you're doing your submitting. A piece of that is being added to the liquidity, so it is self-fulfilling itself. So even if there are those that are selling for a profit, which is okay, that's what people do. You're in this space because you want to profit. It's not going to dump the market because you're still filling the supply up. So the more users using it, the higher the value of it continues to go. So while we're in pre-launch right now, and we're going to talk about the promo in a moment, leading up to May 4th, when all of that liquidity hits, and especially if we're able to have a certain number of users, then it's self-sustaining, and it can only continue to do this. So you think the more people using it is going to go down? No, the more people using it, the value is going to continue to go up. So let's talk about the promo. Go ahead, Lynette. You want to speak?
Well, I just want to explain something to you. So, 100,000 people in a project is not a lot. Wouldn't you agree?
Right.
If you've got a hot project, right? And so just on the submissions alone, okay, you're talking $220 million a year in the liquidity. Now, we're not talking evolution. We're not talking claiming. We're not talking mining docs. We're not talking staking. We're not talking not even minting. We're only talking about submissions. And so you take that and times that by a million people. Now we're not talking $219 million, but we're talking billions of dollars. And so you can do the math in your own head on what the token would be if you go look at some of the other prices. You know what I mean? Because they always say, well, you shouldn't talk about market. Well, I feel like you really can with our project, because we know what the project will do. If you have 10,000 people, how much liquidity is that a day just based on their activity in the app? No, we can't predict what people are going to do when they sell. But here's the thing. We don't have major holders. Our lead development team, they don't have a stockpile of tokens. I don't have a stockpile of tokens. Our customer support doesn't have a stockpile of tokens. Guess what? We mine just like everybody else does. This is a fair, level playing field. And so the only thing that this project can do is to go up. And when you know that every time you submit, you're providing liquidity. Every time you claim, you're providing liquidity. Every time you evolve, you're providing liquidity. You are a contributor to the stabilization of that project. So in your mind, every time I do an action inside this application, I am stabilizing this project. I'm driving it higher. And so getting to the promotion, right now, what we're doing is we want everybody we know people have been burned out there in this space. I've even stepped into the wrong things, walked out of there, couldn't even wash it off my shoes. It was so bad. So we don't, that's not what we're here about. What we're here to do is that mass adoption, give people the gateway to be able to, that door to open and walk in and experience a project that was done the right way, without the greed factor, without human interaction, and get those miners, those Omega miners. If you mint and evolve them, they're $600 a piece. If you just mint them without the evolution, they're $900 a piece. And I've had people tell me, you guys are nuts. You're letting people get 6 Omegas for $300 right now. It's not about the money at the moment. It's about letting a person experience when a project was designed and built the proper way. Let them come in and experience it without feeling like they're risking a lot of money. Proof of concept. You know what I'm saying? And so we want everybody to be able to come in, as many people as want to, between now and May 4th. And so for every 2 weeks, the price will increase. 6 Omega miners for $300. On March 30th, that's over. March 31st, it'll begin, 6 Omegas for $400. And then it'll be 2 weeks, 6 Omegas for $500, 6 Omegas for $600. Now they're $100 a piece. And on May 4th at midnight, we're moving into our full system. You mint 12 miners, that's $1,200. You evolve those 12 miners up to 6 Omegas, because we have a merge feature as well. Steppen has a breed feature, meaning they're putting all these sneakers into circulation, more feet than they can fill, or more shoes than they have feet to fill those sneakers with. Not us. Where every time you have evolved to 6 Omegas, we've pulled 36 lower powered miners out of circulation. So we're always decreasing supply, and that meets that supply and demand. And of course, that leads into our leasing. And there's so much to GetFit mining. It is a full ecosystem that, a person is completely in control of their own wealth, honestly, within our platform. But those 6 Omegas will be $3,600 on May 4th. And so,
wait,
you're
stop
really
right there.
saving.
I want them to realize this. May 4th, $3,600 for those 6 Omegas. Right now, $300. And so for our team, we've got this set up for you guys. And we had tier 1 last week. It was at $200. For those of you that took advantage, you got 6 of them for $200. Right now, it's 6 of them for $300. And so it's every 2 weeks that price is going to continue to increase. So you want to be able to get your hands on these right now, almost 90% off, because the system wants you to be able to participate in using the system. Now, I want to ask you about this as well, because we've been talking about the ability to earn up to $500 to $1,500 a month just from your physical activity. But there is also an affiliate side for those that want to build. We have a 10-level deep structure in place. Can you briefly talk about that for those that want to say, hey, I know people as well that they can't recruit, they don't want to recruit, they just looking to make passive income. If I tell them about it, can I be rewarded as well? Can you share about that a little bit?
Yes, for sure. So one thing I think that's important too. So our goal is to start on May 4th with an expanded, community of 25,000 people, right? So through our beta, we didn't have many people on board. You got to go through all those glitches and bumps and bruises and fixes. And, when you're building something like this, everything is built from core. There are no third-party systems here. So, a lot of testing went on. So our community was extremely small, where now we need to expand that community. So when May 4th comes along, let's say we reach our goals, what people also need to understand is when you dock your miners, and that's basically plugging them in so they can start working, and you purchase them at that Omega promo price, that's all going to liquidity. So if we reach our goals, we're looking at a price point on that date of anywhere from 16 cents to $1.61 on that GFAM token.
And what is the value of it right now?
About 0025.
Are you guys hearing this? I don't want to scare anybody. You can do the math yourself, but you're talking about anywhere between a couple of cents to $1 plus per token.
Mm-hmm.
Guys,
and that's if we reach those goals. And it's self-sustaining. That's what people got to understand. See, when you see that token going up and they understand how the system works, once people come in and they get that commission, there's 11 levels. So if you come in, you don't have to purchase our product to be able to sell it. So let's say you don't have the money to get started right away. You can promote it and you can, share the project and you can sell those miners and you're going to get a direct commission of 25%. But if you are mining, you've opened up an additional 10 levels of commissions. And so you do earn 65% in commissions on the miners that you sell. We want it to be rewarding to people. 80 in this project, 80% and higher goes back to the community, 100% of the evolution, but anywhere from 70 to 80% in any other piece that works here, whether it be liquidity, whether it be through commissions, whatever. It's owned by the community. You come in, you do the work, you use the system. That money belongs to the community. That's what stabilizes this project. And it's not me that says, okay, today we're going to let you have this money. The smart contracts are doing this. I'm not doing this. They're on the smart contract rules and what each piece does. And so those commissions, they're very powerful. But then as you're building a team, you're also going to get a percentage of those mining rewards. So imagine every day you're active with your team. It's almost like owning your own virtual gym, if you think about it like that. You build in a team, maybe you've only got 7 or 8 people that you've shared it with. Maybe they've shared it with 7 or 8 people themselves. So you've got a team of 30 or 40 people. And when you submit your activity, boom, all of a sudden you've got some team activity to submit and claim some tokens on that too. So now it's, and I always tell people, think of it as like your virtual gym that you own. You're creating your own gym membership. And as long as you keep that team active and they're pushing themselves, you're going to be earning on what they're doing too. So you have the one-time commission in real time. Smart contracts take care of that. If you
Oh,
sell,
that pays
a
instantly.
miner,
That's instant payment.
instantly, right away, 100%. Because a smart contract says, oh, okay, this person, this person, this person, this person gets paid. Bing, 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 you're paid. I don't push a button and say, yeah, go ahead and pay them. Or, oh, you know what? Somebody mismanaged money this week, so they're going to have to wait till next week to get paid. We're taking it. It don't work that way. You get paid right now. A smart contract runs it.
That's
Nobody
a sore
else.
subject with our community. We've
It's a sore
experienced
subject with
that
everybody. It's
multiple
terrible.
times.
It's everywhere. It's everywhere. I mean, it's sad. And that's what we want with GetFit too. We want this to be an example where people say, is your project, are your tokens in the GetFit airdrop? Why not? Well, we didn't pass it. You know what I mean? Oh, okay. Well, we can't be a part of your project because when GetFit, think about this with our airdrop engine, we do have this project collaboration. So other project creators, we can vet their projects. If you're a solid project with a solid team, yeah, we want you in our airdrop. We want to expose the community to your tokens. You got a solid project. It could possibly take off. We have 1 million users in GetFit mining. Guess what we just did? We just gave that project 1 million engaged users like that. We could take that project to the moon if they're legitimate. But if you're not in our airdrop, must be something wrong with your project. I think you better talk to GetFit first. You know what I mean? Like we want to be that example of what you're supposed to be. And people, it's what peer-to-peer community does. It's not me who's setting that precedent. It's the community that says, if you're not doing it like GetFit's doing it, you're not legitimately decentralized and you're not a crypto project. You're doing something wrong.
Well, I got to say, because people ask all the time, Brandon, how do you find out about these tokens that have exploded and before the public does? This is how projects like this, where you're being invited in the beta, we're pre-launch. The pre-launch before this actually launches, the token is 0.001 whatever, less than a penny, with the goal of this going up to more than $1. I always look at things. What if it fails by 90%? Just by hitting 2 cents, 2 to 5 cents could be life-changing. And the only way you can get your hands on the tokens right now is through the GetFit, your physical activity. You determine how many tokens you want to have, especially from now to May 4th. We have a little more than a month and a half of you building activity to accumulate as many of these tokens as you possibly can and share and build a network. Use the money that you earn and then take that money, buy more tokens, get more miners, get more in the system. That is why we brought this to the community. Now, I want to share this part as well for you to talk about Lynette with your team. Most people are exposed to crypto for the very first time through projects. They're buying coins for the first time because they need it for a project, which means there's a big learning curve when it comes to signing up. And you guys have put in place, and I am so grateful for this. I have been ill for the last 2 weeks, and I haven't been able to be hands-on. Thankful to my assistant, Ms. Casa, Herschel Crow, and your team. Ms. Casa, did you hear that? The ability to build your own virtual gym. I like that for your community. I'm building my own virtual gym. I'm getting a percentage of all the members in my gym. I like that concept. We're going to run with that on marketing. But you guys have a customer support team in place with Zooms open every day for anybody that needs assistance that they can come in. Can you talk to us about that and let your team speak on that as well?
Yeah, so I would love to let Kathleen or Clayton talk about the customer support side because they're the ones. I don't have the time necessarily, you know what I mean, to come in there and do that. But everybody, I'm not kidding you. I would say probably 80%. Clayton, he can probably confirm that with me, but have never touched crypto in their life. So they're coming in like, what the heck's a DApp wallet? What is MetaMask? What is BNB? What's BEP20? What's this? What's that? How do I do this? And here's the thing. If you've got something amazing, it's not easy. That's the bottom line. So you've got to be prepared that, it might take you a half hour, it might take you 45 minutes to get set up, and get your wallet funded and things. But if it's worth it, you'll learn it. You know what I mean? And it will probably be the best thing you've ever done. But I'm going to let Clayton, kind of speak on customer support and how that's handled and managed and why they provide it. And I got to let you guys know, okay, this customer support team is amazing. Clayton, Kathleen, Mike, Janae, Kristen, do you guys know that most of the time they are donating their time? So they just do this because they love GetFit, that passion for what this project is and where it's going in the future. And so you have something solid when you've got 5, 6, 7 people that will come in 40, 50, 60 hours a week and volunteer their time to assist people getting set up. So Clayton, I'm going to give him the floor. Kathleen, I think she's muted because I think her and her husband are going bridge shopping, like covered bridges in Indiana. I'm not sure. But Clayton, I'll let him, if he doesn't mind.
I don't mind. So basically, we sit on the back end. I'm not much of a public speaker, just so you're aware. I'm a tech geek. But one-on-one, I'm great with people, and I know everybody starts at the beginning. Nobody starts, knowing everything. So we walk through every step from start to finish. We try to make it as easy and compliant as possible, so nobody feels like they're being targeted or being felt a certain way. And so yeah, we just try to have fun with it and keep people laughing, knowing that some people are in there for a while.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, because we don't want anybody to feel like some people they feel like they're not catching on fast enough, and people don't like that. They feel like it's embarrassing. I should know this. No, we never make you feel that way when you come in. Everybody is very patient, walk you through it, and understanding. And here's the simple of it: go if you have an Android, go download Google Fit right now. If you're on Apple, go activate Apple Health. Those are your first two things. Get that set up because guess what? If you buy your minors today, you're going to get yesterday and the day before's activity. You're going to be able to submit that. That's a big deal. So that's the first thing you got to do. That's the biggest battle right there. People kind of struggle with is Google Fit and Apple Health. From there, it's pretty simple.
Well, after that, Waleed, if there's anything you'd like to share as the programmer behind anything that you'd want the community to know, especially the hard work that you're putting together, please go ahead and share with us.
All right. Hello, guys. So, so two things to share with the community. The first thing, Lynette already talked about that, and it's about the decentralization of GetFit mining. GetFit mining is totally and absolutely decentralized, and it's backed up with the minimum server capacity that could be in the world. So the tech team understands that the blockchain is basically the slowest computer in the world. I mean, to do any action in the blockchain, it takes seconds. I mean, even your phone from 2005 is more powerful than any blockchain on Earth. So this is the principle. We are trying to make all this complex computation in this slow computer, which is all over the world, and we are back in all the business logic with the minimum server capacity. That means GetFit mining cannot be hacked security-wise at all. So so this is the first point and the first technical point we are talking about. All the transactions, all the computation is public and visible for everyone. You just have to go to your wallet and see what the transactions are doing. Everything is decoded, so you can see what data you submitted, what did you get from that. We built GetFit Mining, the website and the mobile application, mainly as a layer of viewing this data, meaning it's more an interface than a business logic software. So when you go to GetFit Mining, basically you will be able to see in more pleasant way the data from the blockchain, but you need to know that this data is public and you can see it elsewhere. You can see it in the Blockchain Explorer directly. You don't have to get to GetFit Mining app or to the website to do all these transactions and all these operations. But it's mostly to make it available for the public so you can interact in a better way with the blockchain.
Fantastic. Well, thank you, Waleed. And Lynette, I love the fact that you are very big on making sure your team is available to help to educate, and you guys have the patience of gods. I got to tell you, because when you have people who I know nothing about it. I know how that can be time consuming. So thank you for taking your time and making it available to customer support for the onboarding for everybody. And speaking on that as
Absolutely.
well, me and yourself, we have been talking and have an agreement where we're going to be providing crypto
Yes.
education for the entire GetFit community. Can you speak on that for a little bit?
Yeah, so talking to Brandon and his academy, we obviously understand, only 5% of the population is using crypto. You need to have that education available. And Brandon and Marnita, they have this. I believe Marnita is your partner in the academy piece, right? The two of you work on that together, and so we're going to be offering, the beginning to get people at least a basic understanding of what the Binance Smart Chain is, what blockchain is, what crypto in general is, and to be able to navigate through the GetFit mining system. And so we're going to be offering that academy, that level of education to all of our GetFit mining users at no cost to you. So it's just built in. It's part of the ecosystem. It's coming in. They're gonna. You're getting that from being a part of that ecosystem. And then, of course, there'll be more advanced type of education stuff that Brandon does offer. And so if you want to go deeper into it, he'll make that available as well. But we're going to give you that basic knowledge, that basic level of understanding of crypto at no charge to the community. And so we're excited to do that. So yeah, earn and learn, move and earn. I mean, you name it. You got the whole thing here. I want to just mention too, real quick, Brandon, in case it comes up, so everybody understands. And Waleed brought this up too, that we have very minimal server costs, and we're completely scalable because we do record everything to blockchain. We're not hackable, and we don't have those worries. We also don't store your data. So we're not selling, sharing, or making any money on your physical data. That stuff is purged. It's gone. It's recorded to the blockchain. It's not stored in our servers. And so, that's a very important thing for people to know. I mean, there's like Vivo, they're storing that data. They're selling that data. They're telling you that you're going to get a little piece of it. I'm sure they're going to give you a penny or two here or there. I'm not calling them out. I'm just stating that, that data is your data. We're not storing, selling, or saving it. I don't know what the other move turn apps are doing with it. I'm sure they're doing something with it. You got to have millions of people using it for it really to make a big deal. You know what I mean? As far as an impact to sell it or whatnot. But, we don't do that.
Fantastic. Well, here's what's coming up next, guys, because we're 5 minutes past the hour. Is for all of you guys that have been invited here today, and you got to get a good look at who the people are behind this project. One thing that we like to do on ILCA is not just say, oh, we vetted something, we think this is good, trust us. We want to put the team in front of you so you can get a good feeling of them. You get to know who they are. You get to know what they're about and what we're doing here. And the next step is for those of you that want to be a part of the GetFit project. And there's two things about this. One, just on the passive side, the ability to have the app yourself. You have the little watch like I do, and you're monetizing your own activity passively to be able to earn between up to possible. I can't guarantee, but up to $500 to $1,500 a month as we progress without having to recruit. And then we've got the second type of person. That's me. I'm a builder. I like to share with everybody around the world. I want to be able to build my own virtual gym. I love that concept. And so if that is you as well, we've got that where it is instant pay. People say, I want to make money today, right now. You can. You sell the Omega packs at $300 right now, you get paid instantly. And there's no limit on how many people you can share this with. So if that is you as well, I want you to get back to whoever invited you tonight. I don't put my link in anything like that because we've got leaders from many different organizations. And so we want to be respectful of your team, your organizations. We're not cross recruiting. We're not doing any of that. So get back to whoever invited you and ask them for their GetFit Pro. Now there's two things I want to make sure, because we've run into this issue. GetFit's been around longer than this promo. So for this promo, every member has a unique promo link to use to take advantage of the promo. So make sure that you're getting that promo link to be able to get the 6 Omegas for for $300. And once you get that link, if you need help to onboarding yourself, you don't know how, to get your BNB and to move it over into Doc. If you need help, we have customer service. Lynette, so the next customer service Zoom will be open for Monday morning. Is that what we can start sending everybody to?
Yeah, unless somebody needs help today, I'm sure there'll be people that'll be available to help. But yeah.
All right. So let whoever you're enrolling with that you need help, and they'll get you with the right support team to help get you on board at this weekend. This whole week is going to be, as we are ending the month of March, going into April. April's going to be our explosive month. So right now, I want to be able to get all the leaders in place, get you comfortable with getting yourself onboarded, getting your app up and running, your fitness. And then in the month of April, I'm in build mode. We want to have thousands of individuals that's going to be coming in that you guys are going to be benefiting from. So all week is going to be support, onboarding, getting you familiar with the system. Lynette also does presentations every day through the week so that you can learn more about this. There's also a YouTube channel where you can see all of the videos as well and all the recordings. Tomorrow night, I will be doing our next ILCA. While Bill, we're not posting the link here. Get back to whoever invited you, and they're going to give you the promo link so that you can use to sign up. Tomorrow night, 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Pacific, I will be doing our next ILCA Elite call, and I'm going to be having a special guest who is Mr. Matthew Ramos. And Matthew has been using GetFit for months, and he's been using the earnings from GetFit. He's been using that to build his portfolio and other projects, tokens, and coins. So he's been able to flip his money. So again, for those of you guys might have been in GetFit for a while, this is not what you signed up for at the beginning. This is a new chapter in the GetFit history. And we have a birthday girl on the line today. I'll say happy birthday to Miss Faith Sloan, celebrating her birthday
Happy
today.
birthday.
She's already been a part of GetFit for a while, but like I told you in that message, Faith, there's a reason why we are looking at it today. And we have a 90% off. The ability for the average user to earn up to $500 to $1,500 a month without having to recruit. The ability to build, if you want to recruit, 10 levels deep all around the globe with a coin that is less than a penny, that our goal is to get more than worth $1 by May 4th. Based on what we do, where there's no dump happening here. So this, I hope you guys got the good, clear picture. This was the fourth and final product that I was introducing for the ILCA Elite. We are ready to start rocking and rolling. And next week also, we're less than about 30 days away from the next Bitcoin halving. I do the 5-day crypto challenge once a month. Next week is the next 5-day challenge for 1 hour a night. And this month's theme is the Bitcoin halving. So every night we're going to be talking about the Bitcoin halving from a different perspective. We have different panelists that's going to be on, some that you haven't heard from before or you haven't heard from in a long time. And tomorrow night, Matthew Ramos is going to be talking about his little tricks and trades, what he's been using with the GetFit app to maximize his earnings from his physical activity. So with that, Lynette, is there anything you'd like to share as we close this out and before I close it out for you?
Nope, I'd just like to thank everybody for taking the time to be here. We really appreciate that. We put a lot of hard work into this. It's what always makes us feel good when people show an interest in what we put together.
Well, thank you, Lynette, Clayton, Waleed, Kathleen, and your team for all the hard work you're putting together, for putting together this amazing project that puts people in a position to win. And that's what I love, putting people in a position to win. We're looking forward to really building this and moving forward with you guys. And with that, for those of you who want to share this with others, as soon as this is over, you can use the same link if you're already on StreamYard to watch the replay. I will be uploading it to YouTube as well to get it out. You want to share this. There's no reason why everybody shouldn't have GetFit. This is affordable, 90% off at $300 to get 6 Omega miners. Regular price after that's going to be more than $3,400 after May 4th. So take advantage of it while you can right now and before the price goes up to $400 in about a week and a half. So with that, thank you guys for being here today. Thank you, Lynette and team. And I'd love to, we might do another interview again in maybe the next 30 days or so, especially as we get closer to May 4th, to get everybody up to speed and where we're at and what's going on. So thank you guys. We will see you guys tomorrow night. Take care. Bitcoin Brandon out. Bye-bye.
You're watching history be made. Bitcoin is now up to $111. It's an all-time high, and it's continuing to rise. I've seen it break 3 times today. It went up to 110, and this is the highest that it's been. It's ridiculous. Last trade, 189 Bitcoin for $111. Jeez, that's amazing to me.